Hey guys, just want to do a little quick introduction. This is actually our first YouTube video. We've been doing a few videos with a few people in a group chat for a few months now. But just want to get started. Introduction. My name's Charles Matthews. This is my wife Lori, otherwise known as Papa's Bar here. My grandson actually named it a few years ago. Said, he walked out and said, "Hey, Papa's Bar." So it sort of stuck, and this is where it's come about now. The YouTube channel is called Papa's Oak and Ash, and I'll be putting on a weekly video going over. We'll start off with a cigar of the week, and then we'll go through a few bourbons. The question I get asked all the time is, what bourbons do you pick up in the store? And there's plenty of good bourbons out there, but I'm going to start this episode as for the beginners. All right, I'm going to start the cigar with a beginner cigar, and go into the bourbons for beginners. Things you should be able to find. But we're going to start off quick right now with the cigar. This is actually a Padron Champagne 10th anniversary cigar. It is about a $10 or $11 cigar for most places. It is one of your mild to mellow to mild cigars. It is a champagne shade, a Connecticut shade wrapper, which is basically what most people at when they're first starting their cigar journey choose. Let me go ahead and get a good cut on this right quick. And different ways you can do a cut, you can do a straight cut. I have a lighter here that's got a V cut on it, and we have also a punch. But I think I'm just going to do just a straight cut and give it a quick light. My wife probably don't like this part here, but she's gotten more and more used to it now since I have a couple of friends that's actually got me. One friend, which actually Chadwick, which actually did our new bar here and our new cabinets and everything. He actually got me into the cigar journey. And I have another friend up in Virginia, Alan Branson, that basically got me going into the bourbon journey. And thank you both, because now it's a lot of money down that I put into both of them now, and maybe if this has started this channel also. But let me get a good smoke start here on this. Like I said, this cigar will probably last you about 60 minutes, about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, according to how you smoke one. But a good cigar. I'll put it down for right now, and we'll get started on 4 of the bourbons I chose that are pretty much you can buy in any ABC store. We're here in Ayden, North Carolina, which is a controlled state, but I think pretty much anywhere you can go, you'll be able to, even in North Carolina, you'll be able to find these 4 bourbons. The first one we're going to start with the Old Forester 1910. It's a 93 proof. And there's plenty of these Old Foresters out there. You gotta, I'm bad for bigger pours, so yes, people in my group have learned that already. I do pour a little hefty, but on the side of it, I know you probably can't see it, but we do have the different Old Foresters: the 1970, the 1897, the 1920, the 1924, and of course the special single barrels. But this is a pretty good straightforward whiskey. Not too, I think, like I said, 93 proof, so it's not gonna hit you in the face.
Smells good.
Smells good. Got a good taste. Real sugary caramel up front. Get my wife's thoughts on this. I like hearing her. She picks up notes a lot better than I do.
I think it's mild, but yeah, I do get some sweet can't describe if it's caramel or maple but it's definitely sweet. I don't know if it's more honey, but
And it get me a little.
and it's not burn. I don't
Yeah.
get a lot of burn.
Yeah, I don't think neither one of the ones we'll drink tonight will have a lot of burn to it. But these are also, all four of these are going to be excellent for making mixers also. All four of these are make really good old fashions. Actually, three of the four are what I actually make the old fashions here at the bar. So, do I need to get you another Glen, or each time you good? All right.
Or do you want to finish mine?
No, I'll let you finish up. We'll we'll go with the next one, the early times. This one makes a really good. It's 100 proof, so a little more kick to it, but makes very good old fashions. I'm gonna make little pours too. Little pour. And give me your thoughts on that one. While she's doing that, I'll do another little draw on the cigar here.
It's got a good nose. I get sweet and oak.
Yeah, a lot more oak forward on that one, yes. And that is one, as you will see with the name Oak and Ash, is one of the things I really look forward in a bourbon. Is we got a couple of the little doggies, we got a couple of little doodles. If you hear one of them bark around, they're in the bar right there with us.
And our children.
Yeah, they're children.
I actually think I like this one better than the other one.
Okay.
This one to me is a little more balanced.
Okay.
I get the sweet and oak just kind of balances very well. The other one wasn't my favorite.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That may be the first time you've had the 1910. Probably. I don't know if you've actually tried that one in the bar. But the next one we'll try will be the Wild Turkey. This is probably my go-to for old fashions. It's a 101 proof. You cannot go wrong with Wild Turkey. All the stuff that they make. Rare Breed is Wild Turkey Rare Breed is actually probably one of my favorite bourbons. But the 101 is a great bourbon and a great mixer for old fashions and Manhattans.
So far, I haven't had a good maple or a good caramel
Okay.
either, but I do get some sweetness.
As we do the next few videos, I'll see what I can find that's more maple forward for you. Well, that's good.
That's smooth.
Yep. Can't go wrong with Wild Turkey.
I think Chris Stapleton sings a song about
Okay.
smooth as Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah.
Is
This
this
is not
Kentucky
this is not
This is
Tennessee
Kentucky whiskey.
This is Kentucky bourbon, not whiskey.
bourbon? This one is my favorite.
Okay.
It's smooth, balanced, sweet.
Let me get one.
That's my favorite.
All right, and the last one, a while back, we probably, might have had a little problem finding it, but now, I say 90% of the time, even in North Carolina, you should be able to find Buffalo Trace on the shelf. Now, it used to be it was something that they might have put an allocated, it may be still allocated in North Carolina where you can only get one, but it is pretty easy to find now. So. And it is a good sipper, and it's 90 proof. So, on the low end of Buffalo Trace's price, Buffalo Trace produces a lot of good stuff. Eagle Rare, Wellers, which we have over here, and Taylor's, and of course, you're a well-known Stag and Pappy Van Winkle, which I do not have neither one. I have tried the Pappy's 10. I had a friend of ours that had a Pappy's 10.
Shout out to Lala.
Yeah, shout out to Lala that I got to try that a while back. Great pour, but one of these days I'm gonna win one of these lotteries. That I'll get one of these great bottles too. Refuse to pay the kind of amount on the secondhand market for these bottles. So I'll stick to buying them in the store. But what'd you think of that one, honey? Much sweeter up front. But Buffalo Trace is probably real sweet up front.
It is. What's your thoughts on them?
I don't go by. I don't drink a lot of the 1910 because I like the 1920 probably better. But we go through quite a bit of the bottles of the Wild Turkey in early times, especially when we do the pours here at the house. And we will have another pour for the ones that are in the group that close by that get to come by the monthly pours. We will have another one coming up in July. Haven't set the date yet. It'll probably be the next to last, around the 25th. Was talking to Lori a little while ago. We're pondering the idea of maybe doing it on a Friday night instead of a Saturday evening like we usually do, just to see. So give us your thoughts on that. But guys, that was pretty much it today. And I'm going to continue to smoking.
So what's our favorite? My favorite, I think, is still.
Yeah, Wild Turkey's probably still going to be my go-to for the 4 here. But as we go in more into these videos, we'll go more into. We'll have a different wrapper each time on the cigar. Again, this one's a Connecticut shade wrapper, and we'll go into some more. I think there's 12 different shades of wrappers, and we'll try to do a different one each time.
So is that Connecticut? Where does the champagne come in?
That actually the company.
The color.
Well, yeah, the company. I'll probably pronounce it wrong. And Cigars are probably going at the top.
Perdomo?
Perdomo, right.
Perdomo?
That's the champagne come from there. That name.
It's the color.
Yeah, it's the color, but it's
what they use a word to describe the color.
Right, but it's a Connecticut shade wrapper. So and that's the lighter color wrappers. And these are most of the cigars like this are going to be mild, mellow.
What proof would you pair that with?
I would pair these basically to a 90 to 100 proof bourbon. So good pairing for that. We'll get in more of some of the Madura wrappers, and you can go into the little higher proof that I enjoy.
I'm not a big cigar person, but what do you pick up from your cigar while you're drinking bourbon? Does it change the taste of your bourbon at all, or do you get?
I'm probably not as good as some people, but what it is to me is it's a good cigar, a good glass of bourbon. It's just the
helps the mellow.
Yes, it's just your time to relax each night after you've worked. And I ain't saying I work hard or anything like that, but it's
you do work hard.
But it's there's people out there work a lot harder than me, but. I'm in my hopefully my final 10-year plan before retiring. So
Papa's plan.
Yeah, Papa's plan, and this is what I would like to do during my tenure in further plan is to get out there and do the thrill of the hunt of trying to find different bourbons and different cigars. It's fun to me to actually go into a store, find something that I've been looking for. You get so much more out of it than getting online and ordering a bourbon. I mean, I'm not hating the people that do that, but it's such more.
It's the thrill of the hunt for you.
It's the thrill of the hunt for me, and I enjoy this this third time that I get at the house, and I enjoy a good cigar with friends and a good bourbon with friends, and that's why we do these pours, monthly at the house here at Papa's Bar. This is probably gonna be a short one.
Thank y'all for joining in.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
And subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe if you like these type of videos, and we'll you know, we're going to be doing some distillery tours too, and we'll try to video them going forward now more. But we'll probably try to produce, you know, put one of these a weekly out. I haven't really come up with a night, but we'll come up with a set night of the week that we'll bring these videos to you. But that's pretty much it, guys. Enjoy the time. Happy hunting out there, guys.